Just about to depart, maybe.
I'm heading on a 7-day trip with my brother Alex and my mate Pavia, starting in the desert for a few days and then followed by the dunes for the rest of the week. We've been in the car a couple of hours now and we're just rolling into the fuel dump. We're dumping a Jerry here for tomorrow's ride so we don't have to stress about fuel. We've been on the road for the better part of the day now. It's getting pretty dark and we're just rolling into camp. We'll have to set up, start a fire and get some sleep for an early start tomorrow.
How is everyone?
I love camping.
Big fire tonight.
Have a look at Pavia's bitch mitts. These are for riders that don't get out on the bike enough to develop calluses. We just finished the first part of our ride. It was really wide open single track with berms and whoops. It was like riding a bush motocross track and we stopped to muck around on a bunch of features. We just finished the second part of our ride. It was much harder going, way deeper sand, and we made it to the fuel drop without any problems.
What's everyone's thoughts on the ride? Get donuts from both of you, but that's alright. 35k from camp, and Pavia has managed to get a flat, which looks like it's going to be fun to fix.
Just limped Pavia's bike back to camp on the fire roads, which was about 30 k's. We're about to change the front tube in it, which none of us have ever done before, and we only have these short tyre levers.
Potentially back up all three. It's taken us 1 hour to do a tube change by hand, given it is our first time.
Tonight's our second night in the desert and we managed to change Pavia's tyre successfully after about an hour of mucking around.
A2 ride.
It's about a 30-kilometre loop in deep sand with plenty of whoops. From what I've heard, it's pretty tiring, so we're preparing for the worst.
Everyone's pretty wrecked already.
We've been mucking around on the whoops for the last half an hour now. I got really sketchy at high speed over some of the whoops, but managed to save it and definitely avoided a big crash. Alex and I are having a friendly competition to see who can go the fastest over the whoops. Neither of us have the balls to look down at our speedos, but we're 5th gear, mid to high range, so we're going pretty quick. We just finished 2 days of riding in the desert and we're packing up camp and heading to the dunes. We've had an awesome time the past 2 days. The riding was absolutely spectacular and exceeded our expectations. Really enjoyed camping in the desert as well, and we managed to get off grid for a few days, which is always nice. Tonight we're packing up and we've got a 5-hour drive ahead of us through country Victoria at night, so let's hope we don't hit any kangaroos. This is sick mix YZF 426 over here. It's proving an absolute nightmare to start and is renowned for fouling clubs. We managed to get a plug for the 426 this morning. and now we're heading out to the tracks this afternoon. In comparison to the last spot, the whoops out here are much harder packed. I think that's due to the weather and the four-wheel drives, making it much easier to open it up overall. We're spending a lot of time mucking around in the dunes doing hill climbs and jumps, which is always a lot of fun. I managed to do my first suicide no-hander on my dirt bike, which I'm really stoked about. Obviously we come from a mountain bike background, but we're not used to jumping motorbikes.
How's Keen as? Cross it. Look at him. Miko's about to blow up a big old corner.
That's a wrap on a 7-day sand trip. We didn't get quite as much footage as we would have liked in the dunes, but we're planning on coming back in about a month's time.